What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, today I want to talk to you about trading because trading doesn't need to be complicated. All you need is one candle, simple structure, clean risk, and a repeatable process. Now, just remember, guys, you're not here to guess, you're here to grow. So, today I'm going to show you how one candle can flip your whole mindset and make your entries 10 times cleaner. No noise, no fluff. We're not chasing perfection, remember. We're building precision through process. This is just the start. Now we're going to jump on to the charts, GU here. And this is a trade that I took on the New York live trading session with NDS. Okay, this is not cherry picked. It was taken live on the 18th of June, my birthday. And yes, we smashed TP. So what I want to do is I want to show you a full live breakdown of that trade at the end. So make sure you stay till the end so that you can see this. But first, I just want to walk you through how simple this really is. Because trading, as I said already, doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to make sense. All right. Now, if you've been watching my YouTube channel, you will know I trade a concept that I developed, a system called the 2CT. Now we've modified that and now we're trading 2CDT, which is deviation. I'll share that a little bit of that with you today. But we're looking at GU on the 18th. The live trading session starts at 12 o'clock. So as you can see here, this is the 12 o'clock candle. And as you can see, this candle is the 12 till 1 candle. So this is closed bullish. Based on the 2CT concept, what we're looking for is a continuation in this move. There's no reason for us to guess anything else other than the fact that the candle's closed bullish. We're going to join the moving train and we're going to ride it in that same direction. You don't want to jump in front of a moving train and start guessing reversals here. That's suicide. So we identified this. I'm going to mark this off. And once this candle closed bullish, what we did is we scaled down to our lower time frame. And over here, we are looking for a sentiment that continues to resemble a bullish movement. Now, again, I always highlight this is where the candle has opened and this is where the candle has closed. So from this point, this is where I'm looking to take the trade, not immediately. Remember, the development of a candle formation is wick first, body next. So I'm waiting for the Audi candle to open and I'm waiting for the candle to create a bottom wick. The most important thing is for price to create a bottom wick. Now, as you can see here, this is where the wick gets formed. This is lower than the previous point. Let's just even clear this up just a tad more. Okay. And what I'm looking for here is for a continuation of this move to the upside. So currently we were bullish, as you can see. Price has now violated this trend for the first time in a very long time. So what I need to see is I need to see structure create a structural high, which this is not. So this now becomes a lower high in anticipation for price to go down. But we're looking to buy this market because the previous candle closed bullish. So what I need to see the market do now is create a higher low to then illustrate that we are going to create a trend up. And this, my friends, is what we call a deviation. Okay, so we're looking for the market to show signs that it is now going to continue in an upward trend by illustrating to us a deviation that highlights that price is now indeed creating a higher low to make a higher high. Okay, I said a whole lot there, but it's pretty simple. Now, here you can see we create a base. This is what we call a base. So now we're starting to resemble an uptrend where price creates the first point and the second point. Here is the bottom wick that gets created on the hourly time frame as it's lower than the previous candle. And then now we have a bullish shift. At this moment in time, this is where I was looking to set up the trade. But I don't want to be triggered in immediately. What I want to see is a continuation of this bullish sentiment. So I placed my entry above the high here and put in my stop loss below this low. Don't quote me. I can't remember if it was a 3 pip or 3.5 pip, but it's besides the point. This trade absolutely rocketed to the upside. And I'm always targeting a 1 to 2 initially. And then if I go for more, then I'm going to trail my stop or I'm just going to hold it open with a managed trade at break even. So as you can see, we've gone bullish. Price now violates the trend for the first time in a long time. We have a sentiment shift that creates a potential lower high to go lower. But as you can see here, price holds this level. So now we identify this as a higher low. So this is the first point and the second point. This simply means that this is a deviation in the market. Remember, the previous hourly candle has already illustrated to us that that it has closed bullish. So as I said, we want to join the moving train. The previous candle has closed bullish. And what I'm now looking for is for price to create a bottom wick, which it has. And then I'm looking for the next candle to continue bullish. Very simple. We have our pattern, we have our deviation, we have our previous hourly candle as a confluence, we have our new candle that has opened with a bottom wick. And at this point, when I enter the trade, this is where the candle flips bullish. Now, I'm going to show you the entry on this, but before I show you the outcome of this trade, I want to talk about something that's really important. When I took this trade, the most important thing was price showing signs that it was continually bullish. Now, what you don't see here on this 1 minute candle is a wick that gets formed. And that is very important to me when taking entries, because this candle or every candle has to create a wick. Okay, it doesn't have to, but I would much prefer it to, because that is the anatomy of a candle formation. All right, guys. So here we are. This is FXCM. This is the broker that represents my broker that I trade with, which is IC Markets. No promotions here. That is just the broker I trade with. And as you can see here on the entry candle, we created a bottom wick. Now, if we go over to this broker here on Oanda, you can see it didn't create a bottom wick. But the point I'm trying to illustrate to you, which is very important, is that one of the main confluences that I needed to develop was for price to create a bottom wick and then flip bullish. I might as well stay on this chart. Okay. So as you can see, this is what's happened. Here is the markups of this trade. I've just rewound it back just a little bit for you to see. You can see this is the similar entry. And the reason I want the wick to be created is because that's the anatomy of a candle formation. Wick first, body next. Then once it creates that bottom wick and flips bullish, I only expect price to drive bullish. So we'll play this out and you'll see it to the end. As you can see, price continues to push bullish. At this point in time, oh dear. Anyway, at this point in time at 1.5 R, this is my risk management to go break even on this trade. So I'm at this point, once this 1 minute candle closed, I was very secure in this trade. And then obviously you can see what happened next. Price absolutely smashed the upside. We was in this trade for about 10 minutes. A few others were in this trade just a little bit more, with spreads triggering them into the trade. But this market just continued to push up and push up and push up. Anyway, you'll see the live breakdown on talk of this trade at the end. I'll share the recording. But one thing I just want to continue to highlight to you, let's go over to back to Anda now. One thing I want to continue to highlight to you is that the simplicity with the 2CT concept and now the 2CDT concept is that we're looking for repeatable patterns all of the time. And what we cannot deny when we go over to the hourly time frame is that every candle has to close bullish or bearish at some point. Now, granted, some candles close more bullish than others and some candles close more bearish than others. But the point is a candle has to close bullish or bearish. And what we're doing here by going down to our lower time frames, it could be the 1 minute time frame, it could be the 5 minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, it really doesn't matter, is we're manipulating the range of the hour candle. So we're simply taking advantage of the range of a 1 hour candle and effectively hitting our TPs within less than an hour of a move. And that doesn't happen every single time. A disclaimer for the donuts in the comment section. Oh, Rox always shows winning trades. Get out of it. I do not have a 100% winning strategy. Okay. In actual fact, I tested this concept over a period of a whole year with about 1,500 trades. And we only had, what was it? Let me check so I'm not talking faff here. So as you can see here, guys, you know, we recorded over 1,478 trades. I executed 462 winners and I lost 263 trades with a 63% win rate. So I'm not here, according to, you know, the donuts in the chat, trying to convince you that this is a 100% win rate, that we never lose. What I'm trying to illustrate here is the process, how to think like a trader, how to simplify your trading, how to understand scaling down techniques, that the belief that a candle has to close bullish or bearish is non-negotiable, how you can look for A-plus setups in the market. Sharing losing trades with you is not helping you. We all lose and no one will ever not lose. Okay? Even if you have a 30, 40% win rate with a good risk reward ratio, you're gonna make money. Stop getting caught up in this nonsense. Okay? The proof is in the pudding. The, you're gonna see at the end the live trade. Look here, the screenshot. This was the trade that other traders have taken. People are smashing challenges, verifications, getting funded using this simple concept. I'm not here to say this is the holy grail. I'm here to share this with you if it resonates with you. If you have a strong belief like I do that the candle closed bullish or bearish. That's it. One candle, two patterns, good risk to reward. Okay? Now, if you say, oh, trading's not just about technicals, then go and look at my other videos. I talk about mindset. I talk about all of that. Okay, anyway, beautiful trade. Very nice, very simple. I hope this helps somebody out there. I don't know why I went on that rant, but it happens sometimes. Enjoy the live trading video. Maybe I'll talk a little bit more in depth about how I got into this trade, but I hope you got this. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, and until next time, continue to trust the process. Highest point. Why would I do that, man? I've got a 2.6, 2.7 over here, which is not bad. So I wanted to continue to hold this formation. It's now even creating another deviation here. So I don't want to be triggered on this candle. I want this to create like the center now. I see the new development starting here. Okay. So I want this to create the center for me. And then another candle push to around here. And I should really enter this earlier, but I won't be entered on this candle for sure. The best thing can happen is this just to break the low and it'll be done. And then everything falls into place. Right, if this closes close to here, then I'll enter on the next candle. Why have I got a free here? Anyway, it don't matter. I need a bottom wick first. And just be mindful, guys, that there is news in 25 minutes if you're on those funded or challenges and you can't trade news. I'm gonna wait for this to create a bottom wick first. If it creates a decent bottom wick, and then it's done it now.
I'm in.
Yeah, so am I.